would you mind just introducing yourself and telling me a little bit what you aspire to do when you grow up?
Yeah, so I'm Noah Haney. I just graduated BHS last year, and when I want to grow up, I want to be a sports journalist.
So when did you first learn of your depression and anxiety, and what was your reaction?
It was in 6th grade, and I went to a therapist, and they told me that I was diagnosed with depression and an anxiety disorder. And when I heard that, I was just absolutely shocked. I didn't know what it really meant. I had heard of people who had depression and immediately knew that it was not a good thing, but I just didn't know what it was.
Was there an event before that kind of transpired that you kind of figuring that all out?
I was very up and down in elementary school. I would be at the highest of highs, and I'd just be hanging out with friends at school and stuff. And then there'd be times where I'd just get super mad and upset with people for no reason, and nobody really knew why. And then that's when my parents decided it'd be a good idea to take me to a therapist and see what was going on.
Sure. How did that revelation change the way you went about your life in kind of the short term?
I think that it made me a more compassionate person, and a better listener. Because I think leading up to that, I was only focused on myself, and I was very self-centered, and didn't really have a lot of compassion for others because I saw their issues as far away and something that would never impact me. And once I got the diagnoses, it just really changed my whole mindset. Wow, I get it now. I can identify with these kind of people.
Did you act any differently kind of immediately knowing that you had depression, or was it kind of something you kind of really just kept under the radar for a little bit?
I think that originally I really didn't know what it was. And so even after getting the diagnosis, I was trying to do research and trying to just kind of figure out my next best steps. And so I didn't really feel comfortable telling people because I didn't want people to single me out and think, oh, Noah has this, so we can't associate with him. So deep down there was a change going on inside of me, but on the surface I just made it look like there was nothing really going on.
Do you think that benefited you per se, or do you think it maybe hurt you not telling people about it initially?
I think if I had told people about it more initially, that there would have been a better understanding between me and other people and teachers and anyone who I came in contact with. I think that me not telling people made people wonder what was going on. With someone with depression, you can tell something's going on. You don't want to ask about it because it seems insensitive. But really, what people who have depression and anxiety want is they really do want people to ask, hey, are you okay? But at the same time, asking if somebody is just okay can come off as so insensitive. Even if said with good intentions, say I were to open up and somebody said, oh, you're gonna be okay. I would think, okay, either you think I'm actually gonna be okay, or you see it as you just opened up but I really don't care. Those are the two ways that it could come off, and to somebody who's already clinically depressed, it's not gonna go well.
Depression is something that affects a lot of people across this world, but it can be very easy as a person who has depression to feel very alone. Was there a moment that you felt really alone, and how did you persevere through that?
I think that all throughout middle school and even up until really my junior year of high school, I felt a sense of loneliness and a sense of that because I had disorders and I was in special ed classes because I had depression and things of that nature, that I couldn't fit in, and that just made me feel so far away from, on the surface I felt like a normal kid, but because of what doctors told me and because of the stigma of what depression is, I think that I kind of felt that it was me against the world.